Jordy Lynch, everybody.
Hello. So, I worked on last semester's form, this one actually, so you should get it. It's really nice. A lot of really good work. And I decided I wanted to submit a piece for this current issue, so for the story, and I submitted it, and this is an excerpt from it. It's called Holding Up the Circle. We stood in a loose circle, some of us closer than others. We looked out on the lake, the silence punctuated by the metal flick of the lighter. In the distance, a cluster of long boats sat low to the water with rows of people manning the paddles. They worked in time to row in unison with one another. I could see that the one boat with less than a full crew was stationary, the group of boats rowing in a wide oval pattern around the vessel. Someone stood in the center boat while a couple people huddled on the other end of the boat, around what appeared to be like a burlap sack. "Hey, dude, hello?" Someone said to me. I was holding up the circle. I took the pipe, hit it, and passed. "What's got you in a trance, Sleeping Beauty?" one of the girls asked. I didn't look to see who it was or even to bother to answer. I just kept looking at those boats rowing in a giant oval around the middle boat. "What are those boats doing out there?" I asked no one in particular. "Looks like they're boating around," Sam said. The group laughed. "Why in a circle like that?" "Why do you care?" Corinne asked. I could tell it was Corinne because of the nasal whine that accompanied her voice. The pipe came back to me. "Why doesn't anybody ever go out on the lake or swim it or anything?" I asked, ignoring Corinne's question as effectively as mine had been. Some misplaced chuckles and shuffling of feet. Nobody wanted to talk to me about the lake. "I don't know, dude. Maybe it's a disgusting, disease-ridden bog, unswimmable and dangerous to the children under the age of 4 years old," Tyler said, laughing by the time his statement finished. Laughs passed around the circle with the pipe. I didn't laugh. I hit the pipe. The smoke slipped from my mouth and nose and filtered into the open air. "This is out." I took the pipe and I smacked it against my hand several times, clearing the bowl out. Its resin innards winked a dull pitch color. I searched my pocket for my weed intending to load another bowl. "Why do you think nobody swims on the lake, Thomas?" the Mr. girl said to me. I was looking down, focusing on the pipe and its contents. I didn't speak for a long while, not till after the bowl was sparked and on its orbit. I turned away from the lake to the group. "I think there's something at the bottom of the lake." The group answered by way of silence, the lighter the only response in the crowd. No laughs, no looks of dismay, almost no change at all, maybe mild interest, but only a few other faces. I looked back at the ground. The boats, they're out there and they're dropping guts and fat and meat down there to feed it. The gun range is there to keep it scared, and the boulevard, I said. One of the girls fell into a coughing fit for a minute, hacking and choking on the smoke, the only human response I had garnered so far. I looked back at the lake. After a bit, Sam said, "You know, I heard they were going to open that range up Monday soon," which bagged then, "No shit. Boy, I'd sure like to get me a gun, something big, like one of those dirty Harry shooters, you know, the big motherfuckers." From Tyler. The group fell back into the banner from the bridge and forgot about the thing at the bottom of the lake, the boats, the bags of feed, the gun range. We finished smoking. With everyone pleasantly buzzed, the pipe went away. The group became anxious. A suggestion to get lunch was made. I stood by the lake and looked out on the boats, returning to wherever they had come from, shrinking away in the distance. A hand appeared in my vision, waving up and down. "Hello? We're going to Buzz's." The statement met no response. I just stood. "So, you want to come?" Counterpoint, silence. "All right, man. See ya." The group departed. I stood by myself but not really alone. There was the lake monster. "How long do you think it's been down there?" the mystery girl said to me, startling me away from my thoughts. I turned and saw her standing behind me, alone. I tried to remember her name, to think if I had heard it somewhere at some point, but there was nothing. "Oh, I thought about it." I looked back out on the lake. "Longer than anyone in this city can remember. Probably before the city was even here." "How long before?" "Ages, decades on decades." "How big is it?" The size of, I said it like I was gonna sneeze. "Of those hills in the distance. It's down there, buried and blanketing the floor of the lake, its appendages slithering in and about pockets in the lake bed. It's an intelligence that's never still, always curious and feeling. Every so often a tentacle strays near the surface, that faint blue-green where the light still matters, before the backfire of an engine, or the concussion of a 12-gauge ripples through the lake, and it scares off, goes back down. What if one night, when traffic is light, the gun range is empty, that thing at the bottom of the lake gets too curious? What then?" Counterpoint, silence. I looked over to the girl. I wish I could read minds sometimes. "You really believe that?" she asked. "Guy can dream, can he?" The girl laughed, I sighed, the city trolled about, cars and buildings playing in the din, and the lake was still.